EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. But just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. They start the drive here with Gainwell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. That's to his running back, Gainwell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try to defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here comes 3rd down at 7. From the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kenneth Gainwell, 38 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
This could be the turning point.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mills. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. A gain there of 21 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Yeah, he'll be in just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 1st and 10, Mills. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mills. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
You can make a play here. Take it to him. Come on, baby.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Mills. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for a first down. He's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. From the gun, it's Walker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chip in. Myers' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Seahawks 3.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Mills. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Smith and Jigba in motion right. Mills to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. It's got to be upset he couldn't come up with an INT. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And
anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. This one out quickly to Watkins. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They go play action with Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 45 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 8.
Eagles 14, Seahawks 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir. Right? Old school. Old school. I love that. Because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. Lockett, the man in motion. Eskridge, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Mills again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Defense is asleep. Get the point on the ball.
Eskridge, the man in motion. On 3rd down, here's Mills. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On the return, it's Rodgers. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give you unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. A first down throw for Mills. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mills now. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards.
50 yards. First down, Eagles.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Hurts. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They run behind center with Gainwell. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Smith and Jigba in motion right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Second down, Mills. As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Seahawks 9.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Throwing on second and long. Mills. He'll let this go deep for Smith-Njigba. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, Mills. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Again, a run with Gainwell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
In motion right is Smith. Running right, this is Gainwell. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now a second down throw for Mills. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mills. Throw out wide to Walker. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Again, it's Mills. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
First down, Mills. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
From the gun, here's Mills. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point open through by Myers. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. 123 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds. And then the last second, oh, no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Now a hit and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing again, Mills on 2nd and 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Mills on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
It's not over, you know. Why are you giving up?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Lockett, the motion man right. A 2nd down throw for Mills. And Walker has it. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 1st and 10, Mills. And he'll be out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as...
And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. The The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try to rise up and overcome it.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Boye Mafe got to the line like a knife through butter. He buries him for a loss. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Hurts sets up to throw it. There's a screen with Gainwell. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
The play call coming out for a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. So nothing doing there. And that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
At their own 9-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th-quarter lead. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Here's Mills. Walker with a grab, left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing, Mills. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run here with Gainwell. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
As a defense, you're going to bounce when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Penny is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And as a defensive coordinator, you're almost in a no-win situation down here near the goal line. You know how dangerous Jalen Hurts is when he holds on to it. You've got to be prepared to stay with him. So when he hands it off, if you're slow in reacting, this is going to be the result.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This is 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Warriors 70. Buffalo 18.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jalen Carter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other